What's up guys, today we're going to be talking about the new Phil Lord and Christopher Miller film, Project Hail Mary. They were the guys who were involved with the Lego movie and Beyond the Spider-Verse, by the way. So going into this, I knew I was in for some peak filmmaking. However, the trailers had me a bit wary. I have not read the book, and I have not seen The Martian. So I didn't really know what I was in for at all. I've just been preoccupied with some other books, so apologies. I don't know why I've never seen The Martian, I've just never gotten around to it, but after seeing this film, I am now super excited to watch The Martian. This film also has Ryan Gosling, who I think this is like some of his best acting since La La Land. He does so good in this. He was also really good as Ken in the Barbie movie, by the way. I don't want to discredit that. Okay, let's just jump right into this film, but first, please like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you want, comment your opinions on the film down below. It's always super cool to see someone else's opinion on these movies that I review, just so I get another side of the story, and I just have fun reading them, you know? But anyway, let's just jump right into Project Hail Mary. This film is non-linear, because it's him trying to remember who he was and how he got here throughout the movie, even towards the end. Throughout the film, he's just trying to figure out who he was and how he got here. And I feel like, even on Earth, he still doesn't really know who he is, you know? People want him to be brave, but he just isn't. Or at least he thinks he isn't. Spoilers, by the way, for the film. I don't know if I've already said that, but spoilers, this is a spoiler warning. Okay, I'm going to break this review into two parts. I'm going to talk about the Earth section and then the space section, because I don't really want to go back and forth, you know? When I saw the previews, I gotta admit, I was a bit confused how a school teacher makes it into space. I know there's a lot of those types of movies, but I was just curious how they were going to do it in this movie. And they actually made it pretty realistic, so good on them. I really liked the sciencey parts, you know, when it feels like we're figuring out a mission about what these Afrophage, I think it's called, are. Why are they feasting off the sun? What do you want? Why isn't this planet being affected? These are all questions and then some that I had while watching the film. And a lot of science fiction movies, at least recently, they don't answer a lot of the questions I had in a very satisfying way. At least not all of them. Like, I'm aware there's not a lot of science fiction, so the closest thing I can think of right now is like Stranger Things. Season 5 didn't answer any of my questions. Why are there 12 kids? Who knows? Like, why did Vecna take 12 kids? Apparently the Duffer Brothers were having fun, like it was just a goofy little thing. I also really liked the relationship that Ryan Gosling had with everyone in this story. From his students to even like the security guard when they go to like Home Depot to buy stuff, like that was a cool scene. I really liked the relationship he had with the person who was in charge of the like whole operation and how he made her sing karaoke. That was a very sweet point in the story. And that part did a really good job at setting up him being betrayed by her. You see this relationship that they're developing through this mission, and since this other scientist dies, he kind of has to go, but he doesn't want to, so then she sends him anyway, and you can kind of see like the trust in the relationship kind of start to break. This kind of goes for the whole movie, it's not one specific part, but some of the jokes just didn't land for me. I felt like there was just a bit too many jokes. But even with having a lot of jokes, they still managed to keep a kind of serious tone throughout the film. There is clear stakes, and the stakes are very high. Now I'm going to shift to the space part. In a lot of these saving the world movies, it's like, oh no, will the hero actually save the world? And you kind of know they do, just because they're not actually going to like blow up the entire world, you know? And the hero in a lot of these save the world movies seems very invincible. By the way, I need to watch season 4, that was just released, right? But anyway, Ryan Gosling's character does not seem invincible at all. I kind of knew they weren't going to kill Rocky, but that just made it seem like Ryan Gosling's character was even in more peril. By the way, I know I already mentioned that he had good relationships with other characters, but he also has good relationships with a rock. A rock! The scenes with Ryan Gosling and Rocky either just messing around or, you know, doing some science just made me so happy. It brought a smile to my face. It was a very heartwarming relationship, and it just made me so happy to see Ryan Gosling go back to save Rocky at the end, even when you know what he's sacrificing. But at the end of the movie, they also say, hey, do you want to head back home? And he's like, I'll think about it. I think I want to stay here a bit longer. This film is also just a beautiful film, not only visually, and the visuals are very good, but also emotionally. I feel like the pacing is also really good. It felt a bit slow for me in the beginning, but then it was just a good time the rest of the way through. Like, I had a blast watching this. It's just so fun to see Ryan Gosling and Rocky collaborate and try to solve the problem, you know? And it felt like we as an audience were trying to solve the problem with them, you know? Which is not something we get a lot. Normally, movies and TV shows nowadays just tell us, like, the answer to the mystery, because they just treat their audiences as dumb. But this movie actually kind of sees you as a bit smart, you know? I love this movie. I just had a blast watching it. It's probably one of my favorites this year. But anyway, I gotta go because I have a headache. So sorry this video is a bit shorter than normal. But anyway, see ya. Goodbye.